Good morning, everybody. Had a tree fall from Hurricane Lee yesterday. Let's see what we can harvest off of it. So behind me, the tree that fell is a maple tree. For the project we're working on today, we're looking for maples, oaks, hickory if you do have them around you. Hardwood works best for these. So I'm gonna cut up a piece and I'll bring it back to you and show you what we're working with. So I got varying sizes, some three quarters of an inch, some about an inch thickness. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make some arnis or collie sticks out of these, and stick with me and I'll show you how to finish the process. All right, we are now inside. We're gonna process the stick down. First things first, we need to remove these nodes right here. There's a lot of them on this one. So the easiest way that I find is to grab a saw, handsaw, sawzall, whatever, and just saw those nodes down. There is a way to take care of those if you do not have a saw. I like to push cut them. You just take your blade where the node is, you start at the top of the nodes and slowly push that blade. This is the safest and easiest way that I've found to do it. You're not going to end up, wildly cutting and going away then, or go in the direction that you don't want to go. Anyways, so once the nodes are off, you're just sliding that blade down and taking that outer layer off, just like so, until you get something that looks like this. Now we're not going to use this one. It has a giant crack here. That's not going to be good, just in case we actually do train with somebody else for these, with these. So what we're going to do after that is we're going to hit it with a sander. So give me 2 seconds. I'm going to grab my sander and we're going to do that. All right, we are back. I have a detail sander with an 80 grit sandpaper on it. And what we're going to do is just kind of try to smooth this whole entire thing out. As you can see, there is a color difference between here and there. That's because there is actually another layer between that. So we're going to get rid of that. The idea is just to get this as smooth as we can. And then we're going to hit it with a 120 after that. And then we're going to maybe burn a design on it or something like that. So let me do this real quick and then I'll show you what it looks like after. Alrighty, as you can see, it's nice and smooth right here. I can run my hand across there and it doesn't catch on it. Unlike something like this where it will catch just in case I'm transitioning or trying to shift my hand on this. So we're gonna finish the rest of this and then I will come back and I will show you what the finished product's gonna look like. But like I said, keep in mind with that huge crack right there, I'm not actually gonna use this. You could attempt to fill it with wood glue. You just can't guarantee that it's not going to continue cracking. Same thing right here. I do have a long crack right here. Although the crack does not go all the way through, it's just not an ideal thing to use. We're back. Stick has been sanded down nice and smooth. Probably wondering why bother? Why does it matter sand down a stick doing a video like this? Because this translates into something like this. This is one of my trainers that I do use. It is metal. The edge is not sharp because it is a trainer, but this is like an everyday kind of item that people would have for bushwhacking and things of that nature. This stick could also translate into a broomstick. You know, in the maintenance closet, something you could use just in case you had to defend yourself. It's just a martial arts skill. It gets you up, moving, motivated, makes you feel better, and you know, that's what I'm into. So anyways, stick's done. At this point, you could do a lot of things. You could wood burn a spiral up the stick if you wanted to. You could wood burn stripes into it, something like this. That's just a Joe I made. A Joe is basically a short staff. Or you could do something like this where it's a random burn and then you just finish it with a one coat colored stain. I'm a huge fan of this one, actually. It's probably my favorite one I've made so far. But yeah, so let's finish the stick. Give me a sec and I will show you what I'm about to do. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to light that torch. I'm going to spiral it because that's kind of my favorite thing to do. Not looking for it to be perfect or anything, just kind of the way it ends up is the way it ends up. Make sure you're careful when you do this. Now I didn't finish the bottom of the handle because I'm going to wrap that in tape. And when you do burn things like this, wood, it does take away a little bit of the smoothness to the sanding. So anyways, I'm going to get this inside and I'm going to start wrapping the handle after I coat this with a coat of stain and linseed oil. We're back. Just putting on some gloves real quick for the stain. This is actually a one coat stain. It's like the red that you saw earlier. Since I did a spiral pattern, I figured I'd stick with the kind of the black theme of a spiral pattern. I'm actually going to wrap the handle in black tape, athletic tape to be exact. I think it'll make for a better look on it. So let me get these on, get the stain out, shaken up, opened up. The thing about wood burning the stick, you're gonna need to run a towel across it a few times just to get the rest of that carbon off there. So let me do that real quick. You can see that there's a little bit there. I did run another one off camera. You can see how dirty that one came out. So let's get this thing stained. Make sure you're doing this in a well ventilated area. The stuff does stink a little bit, but not too bad. And all I'm doing is just rubbing it on real quick, nothing fancy, just to get that red in there. Not getting too crazy with it. It is just a training tool. This isn't a masterpiece that we're going to be hanging in some type of museum. So the ends tend to be the biggest pain to have the stain absorb into, so you kind of have to put it a little thicker on there. And like I said before, I'm not going to be training with this with anybody. This will just be for, I guess you'd call it shadow striking, kind of like shadow boxing, except for there's a weapon involved, so it does sound really cool though. But yeah, I am a huge fan of this red and this one coat process because it sets up fairly quickly. You're not staining it, waiting for the stain to set, and then coming behind and using linseed oil or tung oil behind it. It's kind of wicked convenient. There's a Mainer word for you. Wicked hard bub. But anyways, that creeped out a little bit. Sorry about that. Oh, try not to get on your table either. Kind of comes off okay sometimes, sometimes not. But yeah, if you wanted a deeper red, you just let it dry, go with another layer or two, and it'd be deeper red. But like I said, this isn't any type of art piece, so. All right. That's pretty much done for that process. Now I'm gonna sit and let this dry somewhere safe where my animals will not knock it over. Sometimes I like to take a extra cloth, paper towel, and just kind of rub it over there to get any kind of a excess stain off of there, because sometimes it gets pretty thick in certain areas. And it just helps the drying process. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that process. Now it's just wrapping the handle. I'm gonna clean up. It's gonna take some time for this to dry, 100% fully cure. So give me about 24 hours, not in the video, editing magic. That's it. Thanks for watching.